Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video. I recently shopped the Young Nails Black Friday sale and I picked up their gel mystery box and their acrylic mystery box. So I'm going to be unboxing both of these for you guys here today. So this is the box and how it came. I just took off the label, obviously, just because it had my information on it. I'm just going to open up the box itself. So this is how the box came. Obviously you have your packing paper. Take that out. First things first that we have here on top is the Young Nails Sparkle and Shine Nail Jewels. I'm going to try to open this for you guys. Actually, I could probably use this just to show you guys what it looks like. They've done videos showing what's in these already in case you haven't checked those out yet. But I felt like I couldn't see the jewels like super well, so I am going to just show you guys them here, so hopefully you guys can get maybe a better view. So right out of the box, it's very snug if you can't tell, so it definitely kept it protected. Oops, sorry, I just dropped the box. But so this is what it comes with, as you can see. Hopefully you can see the types of jewels that you have here. So these look like some ones that I've gotten from like Amazon. There's some new ones that I don't think I've seen before, but I do have some that are similar to like these ones that are here. So they're kind of your standard jewels. It looks like you get 5 in each of each different type of jewel. So you get about 125 total, which I don't think is bad for the price of the box. So that is what it looks like. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well just to get an idea of what's in them. Obviously they're one-time use items, so you are going to want to have backups of your jewels even if you have some already, so I don't think you can have too many of those. So next thing, I'm just going to go for the biggest thing, I feel like, because this I was kind of excited about. I do have stuff like this already from other brands, but I have not tried this one from them. This is a new release. So this is their Young Nails Touch Cure Mini LED lamp. They do have another one. Let me grab it. Just for reference, I pulled out the original lamp that they have. So this one was not a touch lamp. It did need to use the button to turn it on. Mine's actually dead right now, but it does have your little LED light and you can move this wherever you need it to go. So pretty compact, pretty simple design. But after I got this, I realized that I didn't love having to hit the button and then place my nail and try to put it under the light. You know, it just felt like it was making the application a little too messy for me. I'm not the most proficient in Gel X tip application, so I wanted one that was a touch sensor, so I picked up the not polished ones, but I'm excited that Young Nails has their own version now. So let me open it to show you guys what it looks like. I moved the box out of the way for a second and just unwrapped the plastic wrapping on this. So this is what it looks like when you open it. Ooh, kind of slipped out of place here, but it looks like it comes with your charging cable. Pretty standard. Looks pretty similar as far as the base, although it's a lot heavier than the original one. The original one is very light and compact. This one definitely has a little more weight to it, which I think is kind of nice because it makes it feel a little bit more like expensive and nice. And then this is supposedly the actual like hand piece, which let's open this real quick. Hopefully it has a little charge to it to just see what it looks like. So supposedly you just hit this button and it'll turn on. You get 60, I think, or 30-second option for the light, and it is a touch sensor. So as you can see, turns it on, turns it off. So what I understand is you just have to put it through here, and then you can just use it as a touch sensor LED lamp. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that when I put it in. Let me see if I can just turn it slightly for you guys. So just like that. So this is supposed to make it a lot easier. Oh, I actually think, okay, just be careful about this piece if you do get this, because this apparently twists like off. It kind of unscrews. So make sure you don't like screw that. when you're going to move it. You want to just move the entire piece altogether. So this is where you would charge it. Like I said, you get a 30 and 60-second option, and it's nice, like the not polished one, that you can take this off and just use it handheld, because if you've seen me in some of my other videos when I apply like charms and jewels, sometimes I use this to, it's just like a little mini LED lamp. I use this to kind of flash cure it so that I don't have to pop it in the light fully, and I can kind of hold the charm in place where I want it and make sure that it stays there instead of potentially like slipping and sliding around. So it's nice to be able to have this detached from the actual base, so you can use it similar to how you would use this, but instead you don't need to have two separate products. You can just use this as your like flash cure lamp for everything, for your tips and for little charms and stuff. So moving on to the rest of the box, the first thing that I see here is a loose glitter. This is a chunky glitter, kind of like a hexagon shape, and it's in the shade Stellar Silver, and it's just like a holographic, like I said, hexagon chunky glitter. So that's fun. And I think there's another glitter here, which looks similar, although this might be smaller pieces, I think. Or no, this one looks a little more gold. So this looks like a holographic gold, and then the Stellar Silver is obviously a holographic silver. So this one is called Ethereal Gold, and they're the same size, like, I don't know what you would call that, just diameter. So they are a very chunky. You're going to want to like really make sure that you're applying these thinly and encapsulating them into the nail, because they will stick out quite a bit due to their size. Next thing that I'm really excited about is their Tip and Jewel Gel Adhesive. I am excited for this because, oh, they do have a sealant on it. Let me see if I can open this for you guys. I'm curious if this is like the completely solid gels, or if it has a little bit of like flexibility to it, because it looked like it was a completely solid gel in the container when they were doing the videos on it, but I just wasn't sure, and I was actually curious if it just had some of that mobility, because the really thick gel, even though it's meant for like the tip application, oh, it does have some. So it's really thick, but it almost has like a jelly or gelatin type of bounce to it. I feel like this is not as thick as some of the gels that I've tried that are this style to apply the Gel X tips. So I am curious if I'm going to like this one better than some of the other ones that I've tried, because those ones I just felt like were almost too stiff to apply the tips, and it just made it a little harder for me. Although I do feel like the normal gel like adhesive glues that they have for the Gel X tips are just a little too like liquidy, and they just get everywhere. So I wanted to find like a happy middle. So I'm hoping that this will be what I am looking for. I will try it out and tell you guys in a future video, or I'll show you in a future video. Next is the large. This is their new, oops, sorry, out of frame. This is their new large size of their Protein Bond. I really like their Protein Bond, but I really hated the packaging that it came in, because it was so small, so it was always difficult to hold, and you would knock it over really easily. So this is like a traditional polished style bottle, which is perfect, and I feel like you're not gonna like waste a bunch by knocking it over or having difficulty opening it. So I really like that. Would definitely recommend their Protein Bond to anybody who hasn't tried it. Then I'm not going to open these because these are pretty standard and they're just clear gels, but these are two of, I think, the 15 gram of their Build, which is kind of a medium viscosity clear gel, and then their Base, which is a very thin viscosity clear gel. This you apply first, which will be kind of your adhesive to apply any of your Build or other colors, which it looks like they came with 3 new colors, which I was very excited for, so I will try to show you these ones. So these all, I believe, have like a little shimmery like reflect to them. This first one is Pink Opal. I'm going to try to not make a mess here. Hold on. Whoop. So Pink Opal definitely has that like shimmer reflect. Oh gosh, I'm so far out of camera. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that. And this looks like their thick gel, like, so it's not going to like move when you tip it. or anything. It's going to take a while. Like, it will eventually start to settle, as you can see here, but it's not going to like just turn like right out the jar the second you tip it. So these are really good for beginners, and I definitely recommend their like thicker gels for beginners. They have a couple different colors of their original line of these. So that's the first one. Then this one, I have never seen a color like this, so I was super excited for this one. In case you haven't realized, I do check the spoilers before I purchase, just because I do have a lot of their products, so I don't always need like backups of stuff, so I just like to make sure that it's stuff that I really want, and otherwise I won't waste my time, and then that way somebody else can get the box who really, really wants it. So this one, again, sorry, just trying not to make a mess here and get it everywhere. But this one is Black Opal. It kind of almost has like a bronziness to it, I feel like, but I think it's mostly looking like that because the Reflect has like a gold tint to it. So it kind of gives it this like pewter, bronzy type of tone versus like a straight black, which I'm excited for. I am curious if these are going to be colors that they keep in their line or if these are going to be like one and done products, because they kind of are, I don't know, it's like 50-50. Some of the products that they put out, they will keep in their line, but typically it's products like the next things that I'll show you guys after this, which is the cream clays, things that they already have like a baseline of and they're just like adding to it, they'll keep, but then other things they'll just do like a one drop and then be done with it. Sorry, I have some gel in my hand. So I'm just curious. I don't know if these are going to be permanent products or if you can only get them during this sale this year, and they'll never be sold again. So we'll have to wait and see if these are going to be brought back. But the next one is the White Opal gel. And this one, I believe, is just like a traditional like flat white with the shimmer. So it's not like a cloudy or like milky tone. I believe it has that very like bright white base, which it's not going to do it justice here. I don't know how to get you guys to see that. It has a very pretty like opal shimmer to it, so I really like it. It's just a very pearl kind of shimmer to it. So it's not like thick glitters or anything that you're going to notice like really chunky in the nail. It's just going to give you that really nice shine. So the next thing I'm going through is the cream clays. I did start filming this and realized that I didn't hit record. And then when I tried to open it, I gouged it with my nail. So these are the cream clays. There's 6 new colors that I'm going to show you guys. So this first one is Sterling Shine, and it's just a silver. So these are kind of like a pudding or like a very thick gel kind of clay consistency. They don't move at all in the pot. Like I can turn this over and shake it, it's not going to do anything. You really have to kind of like scoop it out with your brush to really get it to pick up from the pot. But I really like these. These are really fun. So these are the other colors. I'll kind of just start pulling them out here. So this next one is called Gilded Glow, and it's just a very sparkly gold shade. They look so pretty. I almost just don't want to touch them because they look so pretty when you first get them. And then you get all those peaks and valleys from using it, but I love these. Like I said, I do think that they are very fun to play with, and they're just different than a traditional like gel polish. So this next one is called Bronze Jasper, which looks like this, which is just a traditional kind of brownie bronze shade. It almost looks like chocolate pudding in there. The next shade is Enchanted Indigo, which this might be my favorite. It's a very like purpley blue shade. Really, really pretty. Love the reflect in that one. Then we have Radiant Orchid, which looks kind of like a kind of rosy bronze shade or like a rose gold bronze. Very, very pretty. And lastly, we have Petal Pearl, which is a very light pink, like flowery pink shade. Very, very pretty. Alrighty, so here we go. We have the acrylic mystery box for the 2024 Black Friday sale. I'm just going to open this top part up again so that we could see what's inside. So this is what it looks like when you first open the box. So I'm just going to kind of pull things from the top. So the first thing that I see here is it comes with their original monomer. This is their normal setting monomer. They do have a extreme low odor one, which they do have running on the sale as well. But this comes with a 32 ounce of the original, which is a very good size. And then obviously to go with that, you have their Speed Clear. I use this quite a lot. It's just a traditional fast set clear acrylic, and this one is in an 85 gram. Then you get a magic wand, I think is what they call these, but is essentially a pinching tool. So if I open it, I can show you guys. I don't really personally use these all that often. I've just never really gotten very proficient with them. But essentially what you would do when you're applying your acrylic before it like fully sets, when it's kind of in like a solid state but not to where it's like completely immovable, you basically take this and apply it like right here, and it'll kind of pinch in your C curve so that you get a better C curve underneath, and that'll help with the shape and structure of your nail. I have other versions of these. Again, I just never got super proficient with using these, so I don't use them all that often except to use this end, which is a cuticle pusher. So I do use this part. I just don't tend to use the actual pinching tool. I do need to try to practice more using these, but I think that this one is very pretty, and of course it is Young Nails branded, so that is fun. And so the next thing, you get another one of the large size protein bond. I am so excited because I really wanted these. I just couldn't justify them, like making a purchase specifically for these, because I do have other backups of the small size. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start using one of these, and then I will just pour in the mini one into this one so that I can use this bottle, but still get use out of my product that I already have. So that is what I'm going to probably do. Next, you get a little mini acrylic like detail brush or 3D sculptor brush, whatever you want to call it. You pop this one out, and they all kind of match. So the gel brushes that are in the gel box and this one, they all kind of have that rose gold with the little rhinestones on them. And same thing as the gel one, this should pop off and become a little cap. So 2 pieces, you just pop that in, but it's just a traditional 3D brush. And this one says number 4. Again, I don't know if that means like size 4. I'm going to assume it means size 4, but let me know down below if you know if that's wrong, if that means something else. So that is the little mini 3D brush. I'm kind of just throwing everything on the floor. Next thing is you get a rose oil. This is their cuticle oil. I really like this one. It's not a super thick cuticle oil, but it's also not super runny. I feel like it's kind of right in the middle. So if you're somebody who doesn't love like really thick, heavy cuticle oils, but you also want something that feels like it'll last on your skin, this one is a good one. And the scent is not super strong, so it's not very off-putting. I feel like it's very light. And if you're somebody who's sensitive to scents, you're not going to be bothered by this. So I do like this. Then, I don't remember what this is. Oh, this is a little brush stand. So I've seen these other places. You can get them other places, but essentially all this really is a cute little like decorative brush stand. So you basically just sit it on your table, and then you can pop your brush right in there and it'll hold it, so you don't have to have it like lying on the table, especially if you have product, gels, acrylics, things like that in it, monomer. You don't want to just set it on your table willy-nilly and have it roll everywhere or touch things that it shouldn't and potentially ruin like packaging and product. So this is a good way to just hold it while you're working and you're not using the brush itself. So that is fun. The next thing is another brush. This one I was excited for. I really like Young Nails brushes, like the Greg brush and their Artistic Sculptor, I think is what it's called. They're size 9. So I was excited for this one. I believe they said this is a size 10. I don't really know much about this as far as how it compares to the others in their line, but I do really like their acrylic brushes. I feel like their hair is very high quality. I do really feel like they hold up very well, so I was excited for this one. And again, this one does come with that cap piece, so So definitely a fun one if you're like a travel tech, so that you can cover this as well, because a lot of times acrylic brushes don't come with the cap. You'll see that a lot more for gel brushes, but the acrylic ones don't. So that was fun to see that this had. So I was excited for that. So I'm going to put that to the side. Next thing I see here is their confetti, their 12 piece, I think it is, confetti. This is their new one. I believe all of the shades are some type of like holographic. They have had confettis before. I have those ones. I think they were like a summer collection, so they are very fun. They are like a thicker, chunky, almost like you could consider them like a glitter. So you do want to encapsulate these in the nail so that they don't stick up out of it, because this isn't something that's going to be fine enough to really add on top unless you're doing just like individual and you're like gluing each one piece by piece, which can get kind of tedious. So definitely I recommend just throwing it into the nail and encapsulating it. So these look very fun. They all have names, but I'm not going to go through them all because it comes in a pack, so you're going to get the same ones no matter what. And then you have, these are all, I believe they're 85-gram jars, so a lot bigger than they've done in the past when they've done like small batches of colored acrylics. So these are a lot of earth tones is what I could tell. So this one is Sapphire Serenity, which, oh, this one was my favorite one that I had seen. So it's a very, very deep blue. I am so excited for this one. I definitely want to do, I think, like a New Year's set using this color. So that is very fun. I was very, very excited for that one. Then we have Aquamarine Spark, which I think was my second favorite. If I'm not mistaken, this one was a very like light baby blue. Kind of like stormy baby blue though. So it has kind of like that gray shift to it. Very pretty. Next we have Smoky Ametrine, I think is how you say that. Just gonna put this. And then this one's kind of like a rosy, almost like a rosy bronze shade. Very, very pretty. Hopefully you can see all the sparkle that's in these. Then we have Amber Glow, which I think this one potentially was the like more red tone color. Oh, orange tone, sorry. Very, very pretty. This one would have been fun for like Halloween, I think. I love this shade. Or this could be fun for just like a traditional fall or like Thanksgiving style set. Very pretty color. Like I said, very earth tones, I feel. Like you have a lot of earth tones going on in this collection. Then we have Garnet Glamour, which this one I think is the red one, yeah. So it has kind of like that rusty kind of tone to it. Hopefully you guys can see it. There we go. Very pretty rust shade. Again, I don't know if these are going to be released individually after the fact. I'm assuming these are going to be a one and done. Typically with these style things where they kind of package it in like another product's packaging, they do it as a one and done. If it comes out and it has kind of its own branding, own packaging, like I said, those tend to stay and they'll release those like after the sales, but I feel like these might just be the one and dones. So this one I'm actually sad about if it is just one and done, because this is a cover color, which I love just trying different nudes and cover colors. So I will be sad about this leaving. But this is Cover Morganite, I think is how I've heard them pronounce it. And it's just a very pretty nude shade. This one is a flat shade, a traditional cover, so it doesn't have any glitter or sparkle in it. So I just pulled out the last things from the box just to make it easier so I don't have to do it over top of that. But these are the new, I think they're One Step. I feel like this is called the Mission Control gel line. Basically, it's a non-tack finish gel polish. So this first one is called Dazzling Druzy, I think is how you say that. Hopefully you guys can see. And let's see what that color looks like. Ooh, very pretty. Kind of like, almost reminds me of like 4th of July almost, like a mix of Christmas and 4th of July. I'm assuming, because this looks like it has a clear base, that this is going to be more of a topper type type shade. I didn't really look at the swatches of these. I think they did swatches of them though on their YouTube channel. So the next one is Lavender Luster. If it'll focus for me. I think I'm holding it too close. This one also looks like it's going to be a shimmer. This has a little bit more of like a color base to it, I think, but it still looks like it's going to be pretty sheer, so probably would be best still over top of another color or over top of like a acrylic that is like a similar shade, so it'll just really pop the glitter. And then we have Glacial Prism, which looks again very glittery. I think these are all just very glittery shades. This one looks like it has a clear base and it has some blue. I see some red, silver sparkle in it, maybe some purple. Very pretty. Just gonna throw that in there. And the next ones are, we have Rose Crystal. Sorry, I keep going too far up. Which looks like a very pretty rose quartz color. Kind of a deeper rose quartz color. Has some multicolored sparkle shifts in there. Then we have Champagne Twinkle, which I think is going to look more gold. Yep. Seems a lot of holographic stuff this year because this has some multicolor shifts as well. And then lastly for this one is Prismatic Radiance, which this one, again, just very multicolored sparkle. It has like green, red, gold. I see some purple, silver, pretty much just all the colors of the rainbow just mixed in there. And then this is the last one from this box. We have Pink, oh, again, sorry, I keep going out of frame. Pink Diamond. Ooh, this one's very pretty. Very sheer, kind of Barbie pink jelly shade with some glitter. Then we have Moonstone Magic. It'll focus for me. Here we go. Which looks like it might be like a silver hollow. Yeah, silver hollow with a couple different sizes of glitters in there. Clear base like the rest of them. So these will be best for toppers, so putting them over top of other colors. And the last thing is their new matte non-tactile top coat. So this one is going to be different from their original matte top coat. It's going to give you the same effect and finish, but it's going to cure to a non-tack finish, so you don't have to wipe it off with like alcohol or anything like that after you're done curing. You basically can just cure and go. So that is fun. So that is pretty much it for the 2024 unboxing of the Young Nails gel and acrylic mystery boxes. This is everything kind of put out together so you guys can see what it looks like. This is a $220 total price tag, which I believe you get a little over $1,000 worth of product altogether. I really enjoyed it. There's only a handful of things like the Build and Base Gels, the Protein Bond, Magic Wand, Monomer, and Cuticle Oil that they have in their line already. Everything else is new or new colors. So I was really appreciative of that, especially somebody who has a large collection already. It's really nice to see like new stuff come in and not get a whole bunch of backups, because I just do my own nails, so it's not like I go through product very fast. So I was really excited to see that I was getting new things that I wasn't going to feel like I kind of wasted money on, because I'm not going to go through it fast enough to get to like a backup of a backup. So I really liked it. I thought it was worth it this year. So let me know if you guys picked this up, what your guys' favorite thing from this collection is. If you didn't pick it up, but you just watched the video just to see what they put in it, let me know what your favorite thing was that you saw from it, or what you would want to try if you could. The sale, I don't know if it's going to be still running by the time I get this video up. I do think that this video will be going up a little bit later. So the sale is going to be ended. So definitely shop the sales when they have them. They do run a sale for Christmas time as well. Although they don't do the mystery boxes, they will give you percentage off your purchase. So definitely shop their site when they have the sales running, because I do think that it is very much worth it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thumbs this video if you did and you would like to see more from me. Let me know in the comments below, like I said, what your favorite thing was, what other videos you would like to see from me in the future, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful holiday season wherever you are. Bye, everybody.